Hey everyone, Jasmine is here. I'm just trying to get my notes situated for this live Q&A. Today, I'm just going to answer some different questions that I got from this past month. One of them was, what is the biggest misconception about your work or field that you work in? Well, being a model, one of the misconceptions is that we make a bunch of money, and we make a decent amount of money. I guess it just depends on like what kind of modeling you do and like how many clients you have and how often you do it. Um, I make enough to pay my bills, I guess is a way to put it. I don't make like tons of money. I just reuse wardrobe or I'll rent wardrobe for different shoots. And then we make a decent amount. Like we make probably more money per shoot, but we only do like one or two shoots a day. Another misconception is that a lot of models promote sex, and they really don't. A lot of them try to promote fashion and art industries. Um, a lot of the fashion designers that I'll try to work with are all like renewable. So they're trying to like repurpose clothing instead of just create a lot of new clothing. Um, Another question that I thought was really good is, what is a piece of advice for someone who is starting out in your field? Check references. Always check references. You always want to make sure that the people that you're working with are legit and that's safe for you. And you always want to bring a buddy. I've had so many stories from other models and I've dealt with some stuff myself. And I can't say it enough that you really need to make sure that you're being safe when you're being a model. Um, Another question that I got was, what are you most excited about in the future of your industry? Well, I really love seeing the evolution of fashion, especially over in Seattle. When COVID first hit, there really weren't that many like fashion shows, and the ones that were happening in Seattle were like more higher end fashion shows, I think. And nowadays, like there's a lot more urban fashion going on in Seattle. So it's just really interesting to see like the change and all that in the culture over there. Another thing that I've been seeing is like there's a lot more variety in the models and there's like less cookie cutter, in my opinion. So I think it's really interesting seeing how things change and stuff. um, How do you balance creativity with practicality in your work? One, do I have the budget? And two, do I have the time? You really want to make sure that you have both of those when making your decisions. Um, let's see. Like, we want to make sure we have the appropriate amount of time to build, shoot, and tear down a set. And do we have the budget to afford the studio space for all that time, plus any props, what we use, like the materials we use to build the set? And then do we have a wardrobe and makeup that can match that set? Time is money. So it's really important to really think about all those different aspects to make sure that something is feasible. Otherwise, you can always like plan some sort of big shoot like that for later in the future. So that way you can like maybe build smaller parts of the set and then piece them together for a bigger set. um, and that way you just have more time to like gather all the materials and stuff. It's always fine to go to places like, like Goodwill and other like thrift stores and stuff to get certain materials. Um, Honestly, a lot of the shoots that I've done, we just get a lot of the fabrics from like Goodwill and stuff like that, and we'll drape it across things, and it will really add some really nice textures. And make it look a lot more expensive than it really was to create the shoot. These next questions are a bit more like personal questions, I guess, just like about my life and what I like to do. What is my favorite book? I would say of all time, probably The Overstory by Richard Powers. It's a really good story. I have it right here, actually. This is one of my favorite books. It's pretty much like a series of fables, and just think it's so beautifully written. Richard Powers is a really talented author. Um, this won the Pulitzer Prize. No kidding. It's no wonder how he won all these awards. Um, Another really good book that I read recently was The Wild Huntress by Emily Lloyd Jones. I'm actually just reading Drowned Woods now by her. I checked it out from the library, and so I'm super happy with this book too. It's also really good. um, what is your spirit animal and why? Um, well, I'm like a strong and independent person. So I would probably say something along the lines of like a cat, maybe. I don't own cats. I wish I did. I own a couple of dogs, so if they do bark in the background, I'm really sorry. Um, but yeah, I think probably something along the lines of like a cat because people think I'm really cute and innocent, and if they irritate me or try to hurt me, I will hurt them. um, what are some talents that you have that most people don't know about? I would say that one thing is I learned how to play the piano really, really young. A lot of people don't know that I play the piano. I learned by ear when I was probably about 7 or 8, and then shortly after I started taking lessons so I could learn how to read music. Uh, Another thing is I'm really crafty, so I love to draw and I love to do like crochet projects and macrame and things like that. Um, and then in high school, I joined a color grade team, so I know how to like spin a flag and dance and stuff like that. And yeah. Do I have any pets? Yes. Yeah, I have two dogs. My first dog, he's a wiener dog. His name is Copper. He's a piebald dachshund, and he's like white and brown. He's just this tiny little wiener dog. He's so sweet. The other one is a blue nose pit bull and American bulldog mix. She's super sweet. Her name is Indy. She's just a total goofball and she follows me around the house everywhere. Right now she's just taking a nap on the couch though. um, Let me see here. I think that was about all the other questions. Make sure that I'm going through all my announcements now. Um, I will be posting more of my blogs on books today. So if any of you are interested in that, you can definitely check them out. I'll be posting them on Facebook, Reddit, LinkedIn, and probably somewhere else just to do like a little shout out, like Patreon and Instagram. Um, and then I'll also be posting some photos from shoots. Like I did this 50s inspired chess shoot with one of my good friends, Sean. So I'll probably be posting that across different platforms as well. um, I was practicing to do my makeup looks inspired by book covers, and I was gonna do one that was kind of inspired by The Wild Huntress by Emily Lloyd Jones, the other book that I was talking about, like this. And it has like a green cover, and it's super pretty. But my green is a little more blue, and that's what happened with my makeup. It's pretty, but it's not the look that I was looking for, so I need to go out and buy a new green. If any of you have any good suggestions for a good green eyeshadow, I would love to hear it. Let me see. Um, Let me see if I have any other notes really quick before I let you guys go. Let's see. Not do all that. And not do all that. All right. Well, I think that I went through all the questions that I got from this last month. If you guys have any other questions, I'd be happy to answer them. um, yeah. Oh, I had one more question here. A lot of people ask if I do anything else besides modeling. for income. And yes, I do. I work a part-time job as well. um, I work as a barista part-time, just a few days a week. And in a way, it's like it's just right here closer to home. A lot of my modeling takes me out to the city, and I don't live in the city. I live in a small little town. So it's nice just having a little job that is not always in front of the camera, and I don't always have to get like super dressed up for it. Um, it just makes me feel a little bit more normal, I guess is a way to put it. But it's really nice being a barista, just making some coffee every once in a while for people. Um, and it's a good networking thing. Another thing that I do is I work at a college. It's local, and I work for their photography students. So I do like modeling for whatever set it is that week. um, and then the rest of my week, I'm usually setting up like bigger photo shoots or fashion shows or planning posts or editing or blogging. I have a very busy schedule. Today I don't actually have any shoots. I just have a car appointment today. Um, but yeah, plus it's super snowy. Otherwise, I would be going outside more. um, yeah, I think I've gotten everything that I needed to let you guys know. I guess just keep an eye out for my post if you're interested at all. You can catch me for my next live Q&A, which is going to be on March 7th, probably around the same time, around noon. And then, yeah, if you guys have any questions, you can comment them on any of my posts. I'll add them to my list, and I'll also obviously give you a response right away, so you don't have to wait a month for an answer. Um, yeah, I guess I'll see you guys next time. Bye. Have a good day.